Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, the Palestine Liberation Organization's Central Committee decided to revoke its recognition of Israel until the Israeli leadership would recognize a Palestinian state within the pre-1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is reportedly attempting to avoid a war with Gaza, yet according to officials in Jerusalem, his efforts are not yielding results. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan vows to destroy the terror infrastructure east of the Euphrates River as the Turkish military is preparing to launch a new wide-scale operation against Kurdish forces in northern Syria. The Palestine Liberation Organization's Central Committee has reportedly decided last night to revoke its recognition of Israel until the Israeli leadership would recognize a Palestinian state within the pre-1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital. The PLO Central Committee, which is currently convening in the West Bank city of Ramallah, passed a resolution on the matter in light of what it claimed was Israel's ongoing repudiation of past signed agreements. The Central Committee, which is the most powerful body within the PLO, further called on its chairman, Mahmoud Abbas, to suspend all aspects of the ongoing security coordination with Israel, to implement mechanisms that would separate the Palestinians from Israel completely, and adopt a series of measures that will ultimately enact an independent Palestinian state. Meanwhile, a summary statement that was released last night after 2 days of meetings announced that the PLO Central Council has decided to empower Palestinian Authority Chairman Mahmoud Abbas and the PLO Executive Committee to implement the adopted decisions. That said, a Palestinian source who attended the meetings told TV7 that the adopted resolutions, which he referred to as recommendations to President Mahmoud Abbas, would not be implemented immediately. The Palestinian official, who spoke to TV7 on condition of anonymity, explained that a committee was formed that includes representatives of the PLO, the Palestinian security organizations, and Palestinian Authority to provide President Mahmoud Abbas with practical measures to advance the Central Council's decisions. That said, the source underscored that the ultimate decision to adopt the committee's recommendations would remain within the dominion of President Mahmoud Abbas, who rejected past attempts by the Palestine Liberation Organization to end a long-functioning coordination mechanism between the Palestinian Authority security forces and Israel's security establishment. The Foreign Ministry in Jerusalem did not immediately respond to TV7's request for comment. That said, a senior Israeli official told TV7 that the Palestinian leadership in Ramallah continues to voice rhetoric empty of substance to appease its population. The Israeli official underlined that while the security coordination between Ramallah and Jerusalem is unpopular among Palestinians, it is vital to the survival of Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. He explained that the ongoing Palestinian coordination with Israel is primarily focused on advancing preventative measures against the Islamist Hamas organization in the West Bank, which has time and again attempted to topple the Western-backed Palestinian Authority. Now, with regard to the tensions surrounding the Gaza Strip, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said last night that Jerusalem is acting to defend Israel from the infiltration of forces that are coming to attack our communities, while further underscoring that there are two possibilities: either the blows that Israel deals to Hamas will produce a period of quiet, or will result in the humanitarian collapse of the Gaza Strip. That is why Netanyahu stressed that Israel is willing for there to be involvement by other actors such as the United Nations, Egypt, and other regional powers. While Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is reportedly actively seeking to avoid an escalation on the Gaza frontier, a senior political official in Jerusalem said that his efforts are, unfortunately, not yielding results. The official explained that contrary to declared pledges of support from the Arab world, none of those countries volunteered to assist in rehabilitating the Palestinian enclave. The official further revealed that a majority of Arab countries have indicated that the Muslim world would rather see Israel overthrow Hamas from Gaza and conquer the Palestinian enclave once again, yet none of them is willing to take responsibility for the consequences of war and will demand Israel to rehabilitate the Gaza Strip once Hamas is out of the equation. The senior political official also revealed that according to an Israeli military assessment, a major conflagration in Gaza would result in extensive IDF casualties and that was something that had to be taken into account before opting for that course of action. Now, with regard to the conflict in Israel's northern neighbor Syria, where according to a senior Israeli official, Israel has carried out multiple attacks since the accidental downing of a Russian surveillance plane last month. While Russia publicly accused Israel of bearing responsibility for the incident in which a Syrian Russian-made surface-to-air battery shot down a Russian IL-20 reconnaissance aircraft during an Israeli Air Force operation against Iranian targets, the Israeli official underscored that the coordinated mechanism between the Russian and Israeli militaries has continued as before. The senior Israeli official explained that while there were no reports of Israeli airstrikes in Syria, which raised media speculations vis-à-vis the fate of the coordinated mechanism between Jerusalem and Moscow, Israel continued to fulfill its obligations by preserving its declared red lines. Meanwhile, in Turkey, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan vowed to destroy the terror infrastructure east of the Euphrates River in northern Syria. During an address to his ruling AK party, 2 days after the Turkish military reportedly conducted a massive bombardment of the Syrian Kurdish YPG militia, President Erdogan emphasized that a wide-scale operation in northern Syria was imminent.
Bununla kalmayacak, Fırat'ın doğusundaki terör yapılanmasını da çökerteceğiz. Bu konuyla ilgili hazırlıklarımızı, planlarımızı, programlarımızı tamamladık gençler. Hatta geçtiğimiz günlerde terör örgütüne yönelik fiili müdahalelerimizi de başlattık. Yakında daha kapsamlı ve etkili operasyonlarla terör örgütünün tepesine bineceğiz.
Meanwhile, Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut rejected accusations made by the Syrian government in which Ankara was not meeting its obligations under an agreement to create a demilitarized zone around the Islamist-held Idlib region, saying the deal was being implemented as planned. In a trilateral press conference with his Iranian and Azeri counterparts, Foreign Minister Cavusoglu stressed that the agreement Turkey reached with Russia did not face any challenges.
İdlib bölgesi için söyleyecek olursanız, defalarca Rus ortaklarımızdan bu memorandum imzalandıktan sonra atılan adımlardan çok memnun olduklarını, söylediklerini, dile getirdiklerini duymuşsunuzdur. Dolayısıyla şu anda İdlib özelinde böyle bir sorun yok. Ağır silahların çekilmesi ve yine radikal grupların çekilmesi. Yarın bu radikal grup terör örgütleriyle birlikte ne yapacağız? Bunları da konuşmamız lazım, konuşuyoruz. O ayrı ama şu anda bu memorandumun uygulanması konusunda bir sıkıntı yok.
The agreement that was forged in September between Russia, Syria's most powerful ally, and Turkey, which backs various rebel groups, thwarted a major government offensive into the Idlib region, which is the last major rebel-held stronghold. According to the agreement, Turkey established a buffer zone running between 15 and 20 kilometers deep into rebel territory that was to be free of heavy weapons and jihadists by mid-October. While the main rulers of Idlib are the al-Qaeda-linked Tahrir al-Sham, Ankara was able to sway the jihadists to withdraw and abide by the agreement. Thank you for watching us. You can also watch us at TV7israelnews.com or TV7.fi. For any comments, please send your emails to israelnews@tv7.fi. For more updates from Israel and its region, please join our Facebook page at TV7 Israel News. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. Jonathan Hassan, Erev Tov, and we will see you again tomorrow at the same time.